Welcome back to a slice of StarCraft 2 history. This is the game I remember the most. I don't remember the intros. But it is GSL Season 2 of 2012. MVP versus Squirtle. When I think about Wings of Liberty, I'm sorry, Tastosis. When I think of Wings of Liberty, I think of this game probably first. Like, I think of like the Fruit Dealer finals to start. I think of Hydra occasionally showing teenage angst. But most of the time, I think of this game first. And I've gone back to it several times. It's still in all the highlight reels. Many of you have probably seen this. If you haven't seen Wings of Liberty, there are a few different things. One, we didn't have any decent observer UI. It was pretty much just like the standard UI plus the production tab. We did manage to find a 720p. That's the best you're going to get. Back in the day, we were able to see... Like, you were lucky when you were sharing the GOM TV account with 4 or 5 other nerds. If you could stream it at like 240p and tell the difference between 2 and 3 digits on the supply. Okay, so 720p, that's more pixels than we could ever dream of. It's kind of crazy that StarCraft 2 came out when 720p was considered Ultra HD. And honestly, you probably checked your quality settings to see if you could up the quality before realizing, no, that's the best it's gonna get. Like, so, some context here. We're a couple years into Wings of Liberty. That's pretty good. MVP has come out as the most dominant player. In fact, if you watch the video on MVP versus Nesty, that happened some months before this. MVP, who it kind of came out later, barely used any control groups to control his army. Like, most of the time. Tastosis is casting the GSL Finals in this auditorium. Everybody's got their... Day 9 says, when behind darks... Oh my god. I'm sorry. Is that you, Carbot? just a... Okay, moving on.
That's a picture of MVP. That was MVP or that's him in his shocking.
All right, everybody very enthusiastic. So here's the context of this series as well. Oh, Artosis just had a child, which was crazy to everyone. Now he's working on his 3rd expansion, I believe. In fact, he's expanded to another continent lately, but that's a long time in the future now. So MVP dominated 3 games in a row in this series. It really looked like 2 different leagues. And then Squirtle managed to pull one over. I don't remember exactly what happened in Game 4. But this is Game 5, a Metropolis, which is the most macro map we ever had in Wings of Liberty. You can pretty much cut off 5 or 6 bases. It looks like it's a 4-player map. Though you can't be in close positions. So remember back when we had 4-player, there are island bases. These are all going to become relevant. But since they're in cross positions on the most macro map, we can expect a longer game. Such a robo guy. Such a robo guy. Now we'll bring it up a little bit. I couldn't hear myself over everyone yelling.
He likes to get an observer. He likes to get an immortal. He's somebody who wants intel. He needs information. Yes. He's reactionary. And not just that, he's a big Colossus fan. A lot of Protosses have switched over almost completely away from Colossus. But and I mean,
the watchtowers being in key locations is something we moved away from. At risk of angering approximately 50% of the Bronze and Silver League player base. Watchtowers in key locations like this, in the middle of the map, are Terran favored because it's easiest for Terran to hold a singular position. Siege tanks exist. There's no Liberators, but there's also... Okay, so just throwing this out there. The Mothership exists. I forget if it has Recall. Recall doesn't exist on the Nexus. There's no shield batteries. But I don't think so. There's another ability called Vortex. which the most iconic Wings of Liberty ability that no longer exists for many reasons, but had a tendency to be very dramatic. Because I'm sure you guys don't know where this game is going. The Archon Toilet. Yes, essentially jamming everyone into the void and it popping out, and then the Archons murdering everything because they're all in close range. Well, the actual advanced version was the Zerg Archon Toilet, which is you neural parasite the mothership, which you could do. Vortex their army, put all the banelings in. A lot of shake it around a little bit, put in the microwave for 15 seconds, and all right, here we go. Marines, he's just gonna go with the like 15. Tastosis and the micro trainer practicing SC2. Observer sniped off. So stalkers are actually different too. Stalkers were changed kind of recently, when the game's like 13 years, going on 13 years old. But like 3 years ago, stalkers were changed to do more damage per hit with a slower attack speed. They were talking about how hard it is to stalker micro, because stalkers took 5, maybe 6 hits to kill even an uncombat shielded marine. So it was a lot riskier. It's a little easier now for stalkers to get a killing blow. Their DPS is the same, but it's a little bit more forgiving when it comes to not being able to attack at every moment. Oh yeah, we just didn't even care. Factories, fuck off, alright? Like, none of that. We don't need it. No Widow Mines, alright? Siege tanks, who needs them? We got Marines, we got Marauders. Unlike today, when you have Marines, Marauders, and Medivacs, back in the day, we had Marines, we had Marauders, and then we had also Medivacs. So, strategies have really evolved since then. Because now you have to use Medivac Boost, which doesn't exist here either. So, Squirtle with Immortal Sentry. Now, Immortals have Hardened Shield, as opposed to Barrier. Hardened Shield was when all damage was reduced to 10. If it was above 10. So essentially that made Marauders and Siege tanks a lot less effective. Though Marines still very much a counter to Immortals. Of course, the third for MVP also on the way. It looks like the Nexus will finish. And yeah, you can tell even by Legacy of the Void terms, like we're 10.5 minutes in. They've just kind of jockeyed over the watchtowers, and the first real scouting is scouting with the factory across the map. Sure what exactly MVP was going to do. Well, I think at this point, I do appreciate the nostalgia. I forgot how bad the audio setups were on some of these like finals. The Korean casters are like a solid 3/4 the volume of Tastosis. Use my micro a little bit more to disable your army, whereas Squirtle's like, you know what, I can... They're picking up so much in the background. The technology we have at home today is like 20 times better. You don't even hear the Korean casters in the background of my stream most of the time. It gets another observer.
I cannot believe how bulletproof MVP has been in getting these observers. I almost feel like this is actually what Squirrel's Achilles heel is. He's a player who's bases his strategies off of scouting, off of getting information.
Is Tastosis about to explain that his Achilles heel is not being able to see anything and then dying?
You can't, make, two of the same thing from the same building, so, or two different things from the same building. So, yeah, I mean, we've seen so many.
When he attacks and you don't see it coming, it's real bad. That's really rough for a lot of players.
We'll have to see if he makes some more observers out here. If he doesn't have
Robotime continues to be to this day at a premium. There isn't the Ob Siege up. Colossi are also generally better because they have flat damage attack. They don't have bonus versus light. It does just a bunch of damage to everyone. So it's less specialized against Marines, but it helps them out the Marauders as well.
It's hard to stop draws, which is why you need good observer spreads, which is why it's smart for MVP to continually scan.
It sounds like someone angry talking on their cell phone in the background and won't get off the phone. No, that's called Korean casting, and it's amazing. Thank you very much.
I don't know if Squirtle's going to be able to adapt to this. If I were Squirtle, I would actually just turtle for the vast majority of this game. even mean for that to be a joke.
If I were Squirtle, I would turtle for the vast majority of this game.
Worth the most in the game.
I would play way better than my opponent and eke out a win.
Yeah.
What? Oh god, that joke really took. You know that just laugh it off. That joke felt real flat.
You know how hard it is to get to a GSL Codes Finals?
Hey, it's game 5 of the finals. This is one of those. Oh, remember when Hallucination was? I forgot about this.
Round 0?
Yes.
Oh my god, Hallucination was researched.
Once again, we have
Is that Ghost? What is that? Mobius reactor?
So both players really keeping up on their upgrades.
Yeah.
And
You had to
we do have
manually.
the second starport going down.
I-
love that MVP.
This is like an Age of Empires
Look at
game.
that wall.
I forget. Everyone forgets about this part.
I really like that.
It's gonna be hard to
Why do you really like that wall? He has Terran units. I don't understand why that wall is good.
Yeah.
Like, why are you walling off with gateways against Terran? Like, what? Just gonna go through the gateways.
So many times people make bad force fields late game, even top pro gamers, because it's really hard. You know, they block your zealots off from getting the most surface area. Yeah, it traps units. How good are they? Always. It's hard to say. But you have a lot of energy in the late game with sentries, especially in a game like this where
He's built so many sentries. Yeah, 15 minutes. Remember, this is in StarCraft time, so that's like 11 minutes of real time.
Looking pretty confident. He's actually moving out now. What do you think? Is this a good
But
idea?
still, like, they're almost. Squirtle's at 200 supply.
That makes it a little bit hard.
Yeah. Also the.
All right, this was a no rush 200 supply game. We all forget about these parts of the game. It's usually the ending that is remembered more. Don't worry, we're just getting started. In fact, we are just getting started. See hallucinating Void Rays? But there's a turret. God. And no, you can't up the quality. It looks that bad for me as well. Probably worse for you, though, because you're watching it on my recording. Yeah, well, I mean, he lost all the Colossi. The Vikings don't have the bonus damage against Stalkers here, but 32 Stalkers. Yeah. Oh, this is like a decade before we used damaged health bars in GSL. Pretty much what happened was the observer, not the Protoss unit, but the observer would occasionally show you how much health units had, and you liked it. All right, you whenever you got that information, you were happy.
Stalkers, but not a lot of zealots to go in front of them.
Now, I don't like this movement.
Damaged health bars are technology of the future. They existed in the game, but of course. It's kind of a holdover from Brood War, where in Brood War they had a lot less advanced observer. I feel like for a couple of years in Wings of Liberty, we were trying to just kind of replicate Brood War, which part of the reason the observing is so bad in Brood War, especially before Remastered, is just the technology was not there. Like, nobody, the game was not, oh my god. I'm sorry, go back real quick. I need to see that depot set up again. Professional. I mean, very safe. All right. How many deep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Times 8. Okay.
Charge, which is nice, but he needs
which is a lot of the depots you'll need.
I feel like, okay, there you go, Templar Archives. He needs more than just one Robo Colossus this late in the game.
4 Marauder drop.
So
there's still those island bases as well.
Storm before the next engagement. He cannot engage in an attack until he has
My
Storm.
god, the peaking on the mics. Jesus. Oh yeah, we put like neutral creep tumors on it, so that way Terrans couldn't just land there. Which really didn't help that much because they just scan right before floating a command center over, but... Ah yes, there is no recall, so the entire army is coming back to deal with the 4 Marauder drop. But wait, there's another 4 Marauder drop!
Those Artosis pylons, as many people call them.
Artosis pylons.
You gotta be careful about that later in the game, because they will do these 4 Marauder drops for a long time. Wow.
Nice save.
Oh, a little misstep by Squirtle. I think he actually could have killed that.
So much airspace to fly around. I mean, on top, he's building 5 command centers.
Position of them next to that high ground. That high ground is a perfect place to kind of hide your Vikings, make it very hard for Stalkers to actually target them. So it's a brilliant move by MVP, and he's just saying, you know what? Let's half map it. Half map, go.
You think anybody's going to try to take the island soon?
The factory's still hanging out.
I would love to see that since I actually...
Did MVP just make 2 sensor towers in the same spot?
Nobody is, like, taking it.
No one's taken him in GSL.
No one's taken him.
I've seen him taken in some other tournaments.
All right, here we go.
The one with creep is ridiculously hard to take. Look at this.
Is it ridiculously hard to take?
That warp prism
I
we
don't
talked
think
about
so.
earlier,
They
Tastosis
could just
is
scam. You can just scam the creep. I don't understand why it's hard to take. Is Kaderan Amulet still in the game at this point? Because he's getting Storm. Before Kaderan Amulet, you were able to warp in Templar with Storm because it gave him 25 more energy.
Instead of the Colossi.
I would rather see him take Colossi, to be honest, because by making those Void Rays,
Well,
maybe they're good for Marines to be attacked or something, but you can target Vikings very easily.
Also, it's pretty obvious if you see that many Void Rays.
yeah, get that pylon.
Yeah.
You know,
MVP's not even maxed out. He's kind of just throwing away units here. Units that are going...
Maybe it does make the Marines target. That could be. I think that might be what he's going for there.
My God, the
Because,
multiple
you're gonna see
planetaries,
Void Rays, but
Vikings.
That's a hallucination. Forget the Void Rays. If you have that many Void Rays, I lose, okay? You're good, all right? All right, so sensor towers continue to go up. I love this high usage of sensor towers.
God, everything looks so slow, even though it's not slow. Yeah, get that Marine.
right now, map control.
It's like 3 sensor towers, 4 sensor towers, nuclear missile.
Squirtle's going to take the expansion that's kind of close to the middle of the map.
By the way, observer speed on the way and 2 more robos. I like that. I'm glad he's finally adding the additional robos because, as I mentioned before, you need a lot of splash damage right now. His Colossus count was reset.
ISEC auto tracking
He needs to be able to pump out a lot. In fact,
was not
he's getting
combined with
Stargate
Neo's.
right now.
Well, never
That makes
was.
me wonder what
I
Stargate
believe there's the
is.
Neo Steel
The only thing
bunkers.
that would ever mean is Mothership, but Mothership is
And a
not
fusion.
that good in this matchup. You know what I think he's gonna
Mothership
go
is
for?
not that good in this
Oh my
matchup,
God.
says
I
Artosis.
Tagging into this, I'm so shocked.
Interesting comment. I'm sure that won't become relevant later.
What? Okay, good. All right, so here,
My
this
God,
is
the
what he's gonna do.
planetaries.
He does 3
Squirtle
robots.
taking the
He's
middle
gonna
of the
make
map.
A lot of Colossus. He's going to get a mothership. He's going to use the mothership.
It really does
for
sound
one
like
vortex
they're
on the
hanging
Vikings.
out, like
He has
in the
one
background
vortex on the
of
Vikings. His Colossus will clean
It's
up
like
every single
Tastosis
player
is
out.
trying to
I think
have
that's
a
what his
meeting
strategy is here.
while there's like
Getting a lot
a
more gateways, too, here.
kickboxing competition in the background or
This is what
something.
we call supreme late game.
I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything.
He's
actually taking the island.
He's taking the island, and that's smart, man. If he can half map it and take islands, that's amazing, because it's going to be impossible for Protoss to really break that.
I cannot believe Squirtle just did that. Whoa.
Or just like a karaoke bar.
Not
Not a karaoke bar. Okay, but there's no singing. It's just yelling. It's a regular bar.
He needs to lose some zealots. He doesn't actually want zealots in his army really
They're
right
not
now.
going to be that
Oh
helpful.
my God, battle cruisers!
Oh my God! You see, look, he just took the bait. Oh, it's so hard to take.
It's gonna be a little bit
You
of a
just
joke
float
in
on
there.
over.
You know what?
The
I like
scam.
it, though,
It's
because
smart.
against Colossus,
Yamato
your Rats and
cannon.
Marauders will clean up any stalkers out, right? And look at
Right.
this. He's taking on. This is so cool. All right, but anyways, he's getting Yamato cannon.
Yamoto? No, no, no.
All right, but anyways, he's getting Yamato cannon. Stalkers out, right? And look at
Right.
this. He's taking on. This is so cool. All right, but anyways, he's getting Yamato cannon.
Mm-hmm. Is he there?
He can Yamato down the
No, he committed. It wasn't a misspeak. He doubled down. Just in case you thought it was just like
And if he does that, he'll just win. The Colossus they're the backbone of this army. But don't forget, there are high
he played Terran in Brood War, and it's the same thing. Well, it was a Yamato gun in Brood War.
Oh man.
Ah, yes, I'm sure those DTs will be so
matter. Planetary.
planetary plus a DT turret ring.
Oh
Sorry,
my God,
DTs.
he's gonna keep it.
Yep. Run! What are you doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Where are you gonna go? I gotta.
Yeah. Oh, good range. He has the range upgrade. All right,
I
so
think Squirtle's starting to get
dude,
desperate.
this game is insane.
Right, so we've got the
This
first
is what
island
an
ever
insane
taken
game
GSL
was in
history.
Wings of Liberty.
We have battle
You know what's even
cruisers
more
and
insane?
mothership.
A
We have
mothership.
basically everything going on.
Yeah.
This is crazy, man. Both these players making so many good choices and counter choices. It's so interesting. Is this what late game PvP
Triple-
is going to look like in the future?
I think
No.
so.
Oh my God. This is peak TVP.
Wow, those have good armor upgrades. That took forever.
They're
he's
both
actually getting
sending
really
workers
strong.
because they don't need them anymore. MVP's at 55
Free
SCVs.
that up to get, you know,
Squirtle,
leadership,
I
for
can't tell if
instance,
that's
or-
85 or
anything
65.
Protoss-related.
I think it's 65
That
probes.
island has to be irking Squirtle, but he has been able to take the middle bases because MVPS is
Oh my god, he's taking the other island.
Wow.
But Squirtle's taking the 2 other bases.
This is also why we don't have island bases anymore.
Wow.
Because much like airspace and also rocks and watchtowers, islands are Terran favored.
Insanely big map is being
I like how he brought that gas SCVs.
I don't know how this is going to turn out. You know, I think it's going to come down to the battle. Do Yamato cannons get off? Do feedbacks get off?
He keeps saying it. He keeps saying Yamato. Okay. It keeps going. I want to...
Does a vortex get off? These are the important things. Now, if MVP can
I
get
can't
off,
unhear.
Yamatos and kill off the mothership,
I
you know what else could be cool? Is if he like does huge blinks into the main base or something like that. Like goes.
You say Yamato, I say Yamato. But you're wrong, though. There's a right and a wrong.
Oh, yeah, he could recall
There's a right and a not a righto.
That's about the only way you're gonna get
Okay.
defense out there to do anything. But we have to be careful about this
Yamato
getting those
dragon.
back. So you have to wait till 200 energy and not lose the mothership, or MVP can simply counterattack at too many units.
Yeah, what if the mothership gets
But if he
EMP'd?
takes out an island, and then takes it himself.
Jesus, the
That's
amount
gonna
of
give a late
planetaries
game,
here.
econ advantage there.
I wonder if he's planning that.
Could be.
That would be crazy.
Well, because
if
it's
that's
pretty
his
weird to
plan.
actually get a mothership in this match.
It's really weird, yeah. I feel like it's for a vortex, but we'll see.
I would say, like, these guys at this level, it's impossible to tell, but, like, they play at the speed of, like, a mid-diamond player today.
All right, a small drop over here.
Which is a huge improvement over like, the first year or two.
Squirtle's been pretty consistent with this, but only...
Yeah, he doesn't like his buildings to be really charged, just a little bit charged.
You're going to go for the Nexus.
Oh man, that's
Selecto
really
Army
unfortunate.
Hockey didn't
Like,
even
this isn't,
exist.
like,
He just is
game
1A
changer
in
because
it.
he will save it.
Oh, nice storm. Yeah, here's one of the problems for the Protoss. Terran can actually get rid of every single SCV he has and just make mules.
That's true. When you
Battle
get into
cruisers.
insane situations like this, I mean, the true max of Terran is
This
like
is the
a much bigger
2012
army than
GSL Season 2 Finals.
Oops. No, is he going to lose it?
Oh, well, if he keeps stop moving, what have I watched?
Doesn't matter. Good play.
There was like 1 pixel there that he could
Yeah, outplayed by those turrets. Good play, MVP.
Squirtle, no. Does he know?
That turret count really paying off.
Oh my god.
I don't think he knows about
Remember
this at all.
energy bars on battle cruisers? They don't have tactical jump either. All they have is Yamato,
Not just that, yeah.
and it requires energy.
Really good. Ooh, nice storm right there. Really nice.
It has 2 choke points leading onto 5 sets of bases, which is why MVP is like 3 planetaries on each side.
Mothership, so that's going to come in handy for that.
Oh my god, he recalled into the main. So yes, recall does exist. Is it, but, no, he can feedback. Yeah, get the,
Absolutely crazy, and now MVP comes.
this is quite a fight.
Things off. The BCs, are they enough to take out all these stalkers?
I think the BCs are enough.
The PCs are all...
Yeah, the battle cruisers just,
And it looks like the
he loses like 2 of them.
wipe the floor.
200 to 120, 110 supply he dipped to. Yeah, that was just a massive throw. He lost he damaged like half a dozen battle cruisers and killed a few dozen bio units.
And I mean, how do you kill battle cruisers with Protoss? Protoss doesn't actually have very good anti-air.
And how do you replay
Protoss
an
doesn't
island?
actually have very good anti-air. That's a quote.
How do you take out an island if they have battle cruisers? You can't.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
you can't actually. MVP could just take a draw, man, as long as he finds out his side of the map. Yeah, float those things over an island. He's like, ha, die.
This is before Tempest.
Some more harass coming in here.
Good job
There are
with that.
26 High
He's gonna
Templar on
keep
the map right now.
Oh god.
26 High Templar.
Wow, that War Prism isn't even going to the afterlife.
That's his entire
Map on this
army.
map?
No.
You can't, right?
No.
All right.
No, you don't have clearance.
+1 air weapons.
All right, so this is absolute. Insanity. Oh no. Oh, this is a bad. Oh, he's getting 3 starports. I don't think Void Rays are the right choice here.
Well, what is the right choice?
What is the right choice here? The thing is, Vikings kill Void Rays so dead, and he has a ton of Vikings with great upgrades already.
Well, and why are you here? What are you doing? MVP's like, I don't want these anymore. Why am I watching Vikings on the ground getting stormed in multiple locations? Oh my god. Oh my god. They just, oh god.
He's only getting +1 attack now, so it's going to be a long time before they have reasonable upgrades against their units. I mean,
well, he's freeing up supply for more battle cruisers. It's so many battles. What am I watching?
It's a sad way to die.
Yeah.
Shot in the back.
That was low Marauder.
MVP is just sending like 3 of his SCVs across. He's sending enough SCVs to build 1 more battle cruiser, like, every time he finishes one.
Look at that. He's got 3-2 upgrades.
And he's not sending him all the way across.
3rd armor on the way. Whereas these, I mean, he
He's
has
way
no
behind.
upgrades.
There's nothing that's killing the SCVs, so he can't build another battle cruiser.
Of course, he has infinity energy on his Nexuses by now.
Yeah.
Infinity energy on his Nexuses. Which is a lot of energy.
Against MVP, who does have like 9 ghosts, so he's got to be careful with that as well. It feels like MVP
that's a good
just,
point.
as far as unit
14 battle cruisers, 24 High Templar, 12 Archons.
How many High
What an
Templars
army.
Is there 24 High Templars
For
now?
both sides. 4 more Ghost
We don't have
Academies.
a preview screen here for this finals, guys.
Yeah, it's
Normally
harder.
we can actually just go in the game and look.
So they're casting off of whatever the observer gives them. Usually after this, they would usually have, at least Tastosis would be able to look around, and then Tasteless. If you've ever watched them cast live, it was mostly just Tasteless looking at Artosis and occasionally like looking at the screen, but mostly looking at Artosis. That's my experience of watching Tastosis live.
He cannot attack. That's like that is a defense that you're not going to break.
4 planetaries and an entire
Squirtle tries to
fleet.
break that, man. I don't even. This game.
There are too many Yamotos.
Yeah, theoretically.
The problem though is Yamato is so strong.
He's gonna get nukes too. Wow, that ET really just died there.
Yeah, we have a lot of units being quite killed this game, Tasteless. This
It's
is
very
an
stressful here,
unforgiving
alright? There's a lot.
Indeed.
These are some. You never see battle cruisers. You still don't really see battle cruisers. Like, and battle cruisers are way better than they were. They don't have energy, they have global teleport and attack while moving. Battle cruisers are like. They're like Battle Cruiser Mark III at this point. Compared to Wings of Liberty. Oh, God. Was that. You lost the. Mothership losing to turrets. Now, what are you gonna do with your army? Your army's on the fucking island. What the fuck? What is your exit strategy? What the Oh, and Cloak Ghost EMPing all the Templar because he has no detection. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I think that this is
it.
He's gonna have enough battle cruisers to just go in there. In fact, Squirtle probably should kill off his own army
Jesus.
that's on the island.
Dude, he doesn't even. Oh no! He
What
needs
the
that
fuck?
army,
Did he not
Tasteless.
think out that he did? That's the thing. This is Wings of Liberty. This is very stressful. He didn't like he got as far as I want to deal with the island.
He's actually
That's it. There is no recall. Recall is build another mothership and wait for it to get energy to that or build like 4 prisms and start ferrying them from the island.
Dude, I mean, at this point, okay,
5
he's finally
nukes.
making a war
he's
prism.
getting nukes too.
Also, by the way, you know things are serious if MVP closes his mouth or if he opens it more. But like this, he's right in the middle right now. That's how you know it's going well for him. A nice middle ground.
Because that's pretty hard to do.
But that's usually the metric to tell if the game's going well for MVP. Is his mouth open or extra open or extra closed? Otherwise, right down the middle, looking good. All right.
What's going on? Hashtag GSL on Twitter.
Ah, yes. I'm sure Twitter will turn out just as well as late game TVP. Oh, it's getting real serious. Yamoto's from downtown.
There are so many High Templars that, oh man, he's going to turn a whole bunch. All right, well, he has a mothership out somewhere, so he's going to be able to...
Oh god, this is so sad. This is so sad.
He can actually put all the
This is some real Bronze League hero shit right here. Oh my god.
If we
He's
an Archon
so
toilet
sick.
against BCs.
Yeah, if he does the Archon
I will
toilet.
lose it, Tasteless.
That's the only way that you can do
it.
this. That's the only way you can recover is the Archon toilet.
I
That's where
think
he-
you're right. I
Yeah,
think
I think that's what he needs to
you're
do.
right. And he's making a lot of Void Rays now. He's switching up his supply into Void Rays. And I mean, if he gets 3 Void Rays,
That's so many battle
they
cruisers.
do extra
24!
massive. Can he
He's
ever
down to
get another
20
BC?
SCVs. He's got 24 battle cruisers and 11 ghosts.
And that would be an issue.
That's true too.
Oh man, this is like the most stressful game ever, man. Well, I'm
Guys,
getting hard
remember, I want to
palpitations.
echo what you said earlier, Joseph.
He's still
MVP
ferrying
buying
units.
out all of his bases by the mules. So again, if Squirtle can get like an effective Archon toilet off, that's huge.
Yes, it is. I mean, an effective Archon toilet is game ending.
Right.
I mean, does he have enough Archons to actually do that? You have to deal so much damage with Archons that, I mean,
EMPs looking good. EMPs.
He's like, all right, let's do it.
Oh my God.
Oh, but wait, what is that?
Oh my God! No Archons. Where's his Archons? He needs to get those in there.
He gunned down the Archons before it was
Oh, and the Void
The
Rays.
Void Rays come out. An Archon goes in. Another Archon goes in.
They can't decide who's talking.
Oh my God, what are we seeing? This is madness. Is he actually going to kill this army? Oh, the BCs are all going down. I can't believe what I just saw. Oh my God. And he still has a huge amount of supply on that island.
He did that with the island still. You might be like, how crazy. Vortex was so OP.
Squirtle just wants
Battle cruisers today could have just tactical jumped out when the Vortex ended. So,
This is insane. This
was like a
insane.
moment where it was supposed to be physically impossible to recover.
He's
They
trying
say
to
his
nuke
defensive
to save
nukes,
the day.
and MVP still come back. He doesn't know about the
Oh
nuke.
my God.
He doesn't know
Oh my
about
God.
the
Oh my
nuke.
God.
Run,
Oh my
run,
God.
run, 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 run,
what if it did though?
Okay.
He heard it.
And barely
MVP, you see his mouth
gets
is
out there.
nearly closed, just like his chances in this game.
Wow.
But he's like, I'm alive again.
On toilet against battle cruisers, and then a bunch of Void Rays
Well,
came
it's
out.
funny because when I saw it at first, I kept thinking like, why is he gonna? What's the Archon gonna do? He's just gonna EMP it.
Quality of video playing is such trash, turn HD on. Ah, my friend, you have young in your name. Back in my day, this was HD.
Well, Squirtle with a big
In
lead
fact,
here.
I watched on
MVP is
half
backed
this
up.
many
He's
pixels, and I liked it.
outside of his
All right,
base right now.
it did look way better, I remember, but that is probably nostalgia.
Protoss does a lot of money.
There's the battle cruisers coming in now.
I was lucky to get 480.
He's going to charge up Tasteless and knock these out, I think. There's still quite a few.
This is the best recording I've ever seen of that moment.
From the planetaries. Here comes the mothership once again. And
I'm
just
young at heart.
over.
Ah, yes. Unable to learn.
Too many Void Rays. I think you're right.
Yep. And it looks like that's going to be it.
Uh-oh, you see him
Tasteless.
scratching his head. I think he might punch out GG.
MVP, full mouth closed, game over, man.
Pretty surprised.
GG.
GG.
Oh my God.
Insane.
Oh my
Insane!
Oh my God. What?
This is the GSL.
This is esports.
One more time.
This,
That's huge.
yes.
One more
It
time.
is. I mean, an effective Archon toilet is game ending.
So,
Right.
I do love, I don't know if the Observer did this on purpose, but we never see the mothership. We don't see it past the first one dying on the island. The mothership exists, we know that, but we don't know where it is until this exact moment. It feels like the Observer just wasn't paying attention, but I choose to believe that was intentional. It really built the suspense there. Well done. Like, it's like, oh shit, out of nowhere. Which is an argument for not having all the information, but I don't think a good one. Not even enough time for Yamoto's. I don't think he gets any off, really. The rest get feedback. Oh my, he goes down to 66 supply, and he's out of money with 10 High Templar. Oh, Squirtle has 100 gas, and he's not maxed at the end. What madness is this? I actually want to... You know what? That was good. That was good. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this. I remember Game 7 of these finals being amazing, but for a very different reason. We'll throw it in.
You know what? Get a
Spoiler, Squirtle won Game 6 as well. It's 3-3. The reverse sweep against MVP. He won the first 3, Squirtle won 3, Game 7 on the most hugest map of all hugest time. So like a normal Legacy of the Void map.
All right, the final map, MVP had so many.
It's actually like, this was by far, this was the Game 7 map because everyone vetoed it in every other match, is what happened.
Or it's going to be Squirtle completing the greatest
Like,
comeback
nobody
of all
played
time.
it except in best of sevens.
In the bottom left starting location, we have our Terran player. Won the first 3, lost the next 3. He has to win this one now. There's no turning back. His ID is MVP.
Okay, let's see some sick signs. Is this standing room
How
only?
many people are actually down here?
It looks like it. They're just people standing on the side.
There's no way for us to capture from the cameras we have here. We're actually on floor 2, which you guys can't even see. It's also packed up here. In the top right, if he wins this, he'll be the first person to come out of nowhere in the GSL Codas and be a champion. Can he do it? Can he make the greatest comeback in esports history?
Oh wait, there's not been a Protoss champion yet? Oh, don't worry. It'll be years. There will be at least a couple more by the time we're done.
Normally it takes like the, you know,
Oh, this is one of their parents. They always do this to sometimes questionable. Like they bring in the parents, or like Maru's grandparents. I think were the last time when he won the G5L. His grandparents or something in the front row, which is very cute. But they're like, his parents were like, again, like. And it's Game 7 on the largest map.
All right, so he's not
Proxy
going
2
Nexus
ranks.
first, okay, so that's good. Will he start out with a Zealot? It looks like he's going for the double gas.
I can't believe the heart palpitation that Squirtle is about to have.
Okay,
He finds out.
double gas. Will he make a Zealot? Will he make a Zealot?
That's the big question.
Is he going to delay?
MVP's going to cheese us out. Finally using the cheese the last possible second. All right, Squirtle knows now. He says, wait up.
Zealot's hard countered by Yamato cannons.
It's hard to
Could be.
say.
MVP's done that historically.
Yep. Okay, is he going to make a Zealot? Is he going to make a Zealot? Here goes the core. He has to wait, it looks like, for...
Okay, sell it.
Everything got delayed. And there we go, Zealot being made.
This game should not be a long one.
It's going to come down to micro here.
He sees the SCVs are pulled.
Oh my god, the boys all the way across.
Chrono Boost has to be used on that gateway. He's going to want to get stalkers if possible. He's bringing down his probes.
This is going to come down to every single
Oh
unit
my,
controlled
5 probes.
perfectly. One misclick.
Oh
it's
god.
game over. So far, Squirtle doing a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, great micro so far.
More boys pulled.
6 SCVs. He's trying to pick off
driving
space
him back.
again. Uh-oh. He's got to be so careful with these probes. He does not want to lose these probes right now.
Going back at the last possible second.
The boys are chasing. The Zealot is getting, it's too slow.
That Zealot, tasteless. Oh, he
All right,
looks
he's
like
running to the corner, just trying to buy
And a
time, trying to buy
bunker.
time.
Yeah, this Zealot looks like it will be trapped. Now
Shot
he's
almost out though.
Oh god, but found a good spot. Oh, the probes. Here we go.
Squirtle, yeah, doing a great job here. The bunker's not going to finish, but 3 more SCVs here can continue to build the bunker.
Even if the bunker goes up, it doesn't mean game over. The Stalkers can out-micro Marines for a very long time. He'll lose some of his tech, but it'll take a while.
Yeah, the Stalker's just not like, oh my god, it takes like 5-6 shots. Is there no SCV? Does it matter?
Get the SCV.
Yeah, it's not going to finish.
Okay, so 2 Stalkers now. He has to continue to mine a little bit, too.
Yeah.
Don't forget his opponent does have Mules and SCVs still up there.
Oh god, it's friggin' the boys. Friggin' more boys. There's only like 3 SCVs left now.
Oh my god.
Oh god, they take so long to kill Marines. But he also can't be losing Stalkers. There's 7 SCVs and 2 of them are coming across the map.
Losing a lot of probes, though.
This is actually so close.
This could absolutely
to
normalize.
7 SCVs. Okay.
I don't think it's gonna normalize.
So at this point, it looks like it's gonna.
He's just gonna get the bunker. Oh, that's
He's gonna be careful.
the boys. But the bunker's dead.
And I mean, at this point, MVP cannot kill him with this. It looks like,
Unless Squirtle misclicks, cannot afford to miss.
Why not just make a Marauder?
He can get a few more probes here.
Can't you see in HD? He hit no. Right there. A refinery costs 75 minerals.
Now remember,
it is a micro battle if I ever
And then you have to buy the gas.
beautiful micro here.
In which case you're in build a tech lab.
Ever
When your economy is 2 mules and 3.
MVP looking pretty pensive. Squirtle looking very
Yeah,
intense
Squirtle
right
looking
now.
good, but there are 2 mules out.
Back home at this point. These Stalkers
Mules are
might be
worth
able to
about
go
6
over.
SCVs apiece. In Wings of Liberty, they were nerfed in Legacy of the Void to be around 5 in their mining. So
His economy's way
that
better.
means
Look at
that MVP has more
Very similar,
mineral
just
income
slightly
slightly.
more minerals 'cause the mill for
Oh my God, he spotted it.
May as well lift those up.
Despite it all.
Go around.
He's going to go ahead and try to kill some of these units off. Not a bad choice.
Oh yeah?
What is he got?
Who needs SCV smiting?
Squirtle gonna get trapped.
Oh no.
He's not out of the
He
woods
might
yet.
lose. He might.
He needs to run.
Oh, how did this happen?
Goes to sell it as well.
I think it was a questionable choice to go for the racks, but he didn't know.
He may
Oh, he
have
lost
Tastosis.
2
He needs
units.
more Stalkers. He's making another gateway.
Oh, that's so many
These are in
Marines.
the mail right now.
They're in the
Oh my God, oh my God.
Oh man, that is so many Marines.
He's gonna get a second stalker out here.
And the boys, round 3.
I mean, if he brings his
This is the
drones down
3rd
to 90
time.
seconds, it's a lot of Marines. All right, here we
As
go.
you can tell, Terran has
He has to engage here.
not
Here come the
changed
probes.
much.
Those probes. Oh, and the SCV's out of position. Gonna lose a few extras.
He's making a bunker. Protoss boosting out another something over here. We're gonna
With some phenomenal micro right now.
Oh my, that's way too many Marines.
That is so many Marines.
Oh! That may be the tipping point.
MVP. He's
In unison.
in this
Ah!
and it may pay off.
It's like a sitcom.
Few probes left. Losing that stalker.
God, it's such a difference with stalkers doing more damage a hit, but having longer cooldown. Look how hard it is to pick off those Marines.
This is absolute chaos in here.
This is a heartbreaker.
2 SCVs and a mule mining, so he can actually continue to make
Oh
Marines.
no.
Oh my God, the bunker. I mean, the pylon.
You won 3 games in a row.
It's gone.
Squirtle did. In the finals against the best player in the world. MVP is well accepted as the best. And then this hits you game 7.
Base trade might be the only way.
Oh my God.
But can he actually...
There's a probe
Thing is, all his
in the
buildings
base.
over here.
Kinda-
He doesn't have anything on the map to do.
So this could end up a draw. Is really actually how it could end. Like there's potential for a draw in this scenario.
Oh my God. I think Squirtle might be dead. I'm not
The probe is gonna hunt the mules.
Probe back at home. He got everything over there with the probe. He killed the SCs.
The probe becomes the most relevant unit in the game.
And mules can't attack.
Oh my God! Yeah, mules can't attack. He has no money for any more SCVs.
Right now, and there can be a fourth once his pylon finishes.
All right, he's got the gateway now. Obviously, he's going to try to target that down. Stalkers can out micro Marines, but not really out
And the
micro
thing is,
bunker.
if
And
there's no
theoretically,
mules mining, then he can actually kill the bunker eventually with his shields.
yeah.
Yeah, but
It costs money to repair.
he's repairing SC.
I
Oh,
cannot believe this is happening. The Nexus, though, Nexus getting low. He's going around
Yeah,
trying to catch it.
I think he's just going to lose the Nexus. I think there's
He's
no
going
way
to sack
around
it.
that.
Okay.
yeah. Well, he's not building another Nexus. He's building a
Nexus goes
stalker.
down, but it's not over yet.
Oh God.
Make no mistake.
Yeah, this is not actually over. This still could
He
turn
can't
around.
chrono that. Oh no.
The Zealot, but that's going to be more minerals to make buildings.
At this point, it's potentially a
Unfortunately,
draw.
he is still mining, so
Did he lose the...
It's really...
That's it.
GG.
MVP
is
did
our
it.
4-time
Insane.
GSL.
Wow, he's already won 4 GSLs by this point.
The most intense ending to a best of 7 I have ever seen.
Oof.
Squirtle, a crushing defeat. MVP pulling out the cheese.
Oh, that
blast
hurts.
for a second. Squirtle deflecting the cheese. But
Jeez,
then
it's
overextending
2012. There's only been
MVP.
like 8 GSLs. He's won half of them. I'm sure we won't have another Terran dominate GSL like this ever again.
MVP set up a
He definitely won't win 5.
for free, and then somehow sent all his SCVs and still won. Amazing. I mean, balls of steel from MVP. man.
It really
He was
is though. Going for the proxy racks on that, like that becomes the standard Terran play.
Be an MVP, a crushing defeat for Squirtle. He was just
That becomes the standard, is Terrans being ridiculously... Like, how many times has Maru...
MVP gonna win that beautiful GSL
How many
trophy.
times has Maru proxy raxed on the final game?
He can screw him in or
Like half the time.
Oh my God.
MVP so happy with
Holy
So
All right.
It was crazy.
That's a lot of confetti there. Oh, wow. It's like,
seriously,
wow.
this
So
looks
much.
so good. Their new sponsor, LG, as well.
Oh, yeah, they were sponsored by LG.
I am
Yes.
just a legendary
Okay, can we just get the trophy
They're
kiss
almost
here?
selfish with how many championships they have.
That's the most important part of all this. Let's see. Do we still have the awkward checks? We got the give them the flowers and the big ass checks, and the most important part, the money shot here. All right, gotta kiss the trophy. Here, you gotta consummate the win. There you go. That's very important. And just hold that. That's the one that's going to be on all the article. Oh my god, they had more confetti. I gotta turn this down. I have no idea if this is, I'm gonna get copy striked for this. I can't see my cursor. Is my cursor on the screen? There's too much confetti. Oh my god, I found it. I couldn't find my cursor because of the confetti. It's still a struggle. Well, nope, another angle. What's your favorite angle? You guys tell me. Leave a comment. I like this. That's a good one. Oh, what is this? This is some... Look at these credits. We're gonna go with the side scroll credits. Like 3 times too fast. Yeah. And you can't even see it because there's everything's like it's white on white. Thank God. They don't even outline them. Okay. Just marry the trophy? Don't worry, he's got more at home. He joins the collection. That's his 4th one, okay? Wow. Oh, because he won? There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed. What was your favorite match of Wings of Liberty? Leave a comment. We'll nostalgia. Honestly, about starting at the 18-minute mark of that first game, it was everything I remembered. And Game 7 was great. Before that, yeah, the 12 worker start was overall a good thing, I think. And the maps that we've developed are overall a good thing. Though occasionally you have those moments. So, thank you for watching. Hope I made your day a little bit better. Check something a little more modern right there. Not there. There. Thank you, Jimmy. Good luck. Have fun. Stay chill.